I bet this isn't on your job description.
It is. You wouldn't believe what's on my job description.
I say this is great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do you get some coffee if you've got it?
No sugar.
So I'm here with Pat and Alain Harper. How excited are you about the new season?
I can't wait. You know, after the season we had last year, to go into League One and to start at Blackpool at home is just a great start, really. Can't ask for any more. And to actually have a decent away game second as well. Do you know what I mean? A nice trip to Cambridge isn't too far, so yeah, looking good.
What about you, Alain? What would you say?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Charlton away game.
Yeah.
Being a Charlton boy, it's just mental they're actually now playing them in the league, and also some of the other teams in the league. It's crazy. Birmingham, Huddersfield, nice trips, not too long.
So what goes into it now? You guys organise the away travel. What's the next steps for you?
Well, we've got to speak to United now to get the coaches organised and arranged.
Prices fixed, ready to go.
Yeah.
And then it's the good old pub stops for our buffets organised now, so that'll be an email later on, I can imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then getting the information out to supporters for them to book on.
Yeah. And you have actually, you said there, we've got less miles to travel this year. Can you talk about that and how many miles we're actually travelling?
I think it's around about 8,500 miles this year, which was about 9-10 last season. It's the case we've lost Morecambe, Accrington, Barrow, and fortunately we're not having to go to Carlisle or Grimsby
Or Fleetwood, do you know what I mean? So it was more of a northern league if we'd stayed down. Whereas this year, you've got the likes of Charlton, you've got Leyton Orient, Reading, so it's a lot closer this year, a lot closer.
Is there one particular game you're excited about?
You've got to say Birmingham away. We've been there before, and the fact is I've only not done 2 of these grounds following Crawley. So I've got Huddersfield, not done that, and obviously Bolton was during COVID, so we couldn't travel to that one either. So it'd be nice to actually have the excitement of going to 2 new grounds this season, following Scott and the boys, who, let's be honest, shouldn't fear anyone.
Yeah, they're the same 2 for me as well.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Which away fixture are you most excited about?
Birmingham away, Good Friday.
What is that?
It's just a massive stadium. A team we've only ever played once and we lost to them 5-1. Luigi Kamara with a goal. We just want to go out there and show them we're a bit better than that.
Yeah, and you wanted Blackpool away, first home game, and you got them home.
We'll play them sometime.
What games are you most excited about?
Well, there's a few grounds in there, Mark, where I've been before as a supporter. I've never been there to commentate. So it's nice to have a few different places to look forward to going to. And like Scott said in his little bit that he did before the fixtures were officially released, there's some big stadiums in there that the fans and myself and Ken and Tony, whoever comes along, can look forward to going to. You think of the likes of obviously Wrexham from last season, but places like Wigan, places like Reading, places like Barnsley, places like Bolton Wanderers, and you just look at the makeup of the league this season, Mark, in League One, and you just think to yourself, it's very, very tough. There's a lot of former Premier League sides in there when you look down the places and the teams that Crawley have got to play against this season. And I think it now becomes a bit more of reality about what's been achieved last season. Obviously we've got the trophy there in the background, which is wonderful, just as a reminder of what was achieved at the back end of last season. But now, the past few seasons, no disrespect to some of the other teams, you're looking at when have we got to go to Barrow, when have we got to go to Carlisle, that sort of thing. And now you're looking for, when are we going to Huddersfield, when are we going to Birmingham and places like that. And it's, I think for myself, for you, for the fans, for the players as well, it's just going to be a phenomenal season with some great stadiums to go and play at.
Yeah, but with what they achieved last year, they surprised everyone.
Yeah.
Do you think they are capable of surprising people this year as well?
Absolutely. And a lot of people have said to me, Crawley will probably start as one of the favourites for relegation. 4 teams obviously get relegated, don't they, from League One at the end of the season. But they were favourites to be relegated last season, Mark, in League Two, weren't they, after the troubles that they had the previous season. And I think Scott likes to work that way. I think he'll quite happily go under the radar. And like he said to me at the start of last season, we'll surprise some people this season, Gary. And I think he'll feel that he can surprise quite a lot of teams again this season. Particularly here, we talk about some of the bigger stadiums in the league. Crawley is probably one of the smaller stadiums in League One. It's going to be banged out nearly every week, isn't it, with the season ticket sales and people that come on the day. Away followings will be big for most of the teams that are coming here. So I think the stadium is going to be full, and it's a very tight, compact stadium. The fans, like Scott says all the time, the fans make up being the 12th man. It's going to be a tremendous atmosphere here at the Broadfield Stadium. I'm not too sure that too many teams are going to like coming here.
Absolutely. We've seen a few squad changes already. We have like some all right leave and that.
Yeah.
And the players that have come in look like they're following the blueprint of last summer.
Yeah.
Fans are starting to get a little bit fearful of last summer. There's some big names, but we should put our trust in Scott, shouldn't we?
Absolutely, because this time last year, we were maybe making the signing of Crawley Town, and we were all going, who? And suddenly he's a playoff winner, a very genuine, authentic League Two player going into League One, and there's no reason he can't make that step up. We've seen what he's capable of. This time last year, we'd never heard of Jay Williams. Suddenly, he's one of the first names on the team sheet, maybe along with Liam Kelly, who's just sitting behind us here as well. Those two phenomenal last season. Jeremy Kelly, I think, is very important that we keep hold of him as well. Obviously, Liam's sitting here, like I say. Some of the players that have gone, yes, there will be some eyebrows raised, but the players that have come in already, the two players that have been signed, and the others that I'm sure are on the horizon. I'm sure there's negotiations going on even as we speak, Mark, for players to come in. Come the opening day, I'm sure everybody will be absolutely fine and will be, hopefully, liking the look of Charlie Barker and Papadopoulos and any other players that have joined before the start of the season.
Yeah, and how much are you looking forward to Saturday, August the 10th, home to Blackpool, calling that game? It's going to be exciting.
It's going to be tremendous, Mark. It's going to be incredible. It's been a real whirlwind. It doesn't even seem, as if the season has properly finished. Obviously it got extended after the regulation season by the three wonderful playoff games, culminating in that that tremendous day at Wembley that you and I both enjoyed, along with almost 20,000 other Crawley fans. It's wonderful to be back. You hope that the weather sort of stays like it is, because that makes you feel like it's coming up towards the start of the season. Scott's saying the players are back on Monday. There's a lot of hard work to do between now and then. There's a lot of work for you and I to do between now and then as well. But we'll be here. The fans will be here in numbers, and like Scott said, I think it's great to be at home on the opening day. I think it's great to have a fixture, and I don't mean it disrespectfully to Blackpool. I think they may be the first team surprised at how well Crawley are going to play this season, and hopefully there's 3 points on the board come 5 o'clock on that opening day.